We want to talk about radio, music trends. What's my favorite album? Oh my goodness, she's in here. All right, let's bring it in. The
Hi.
girl is here.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing? Most
Um,
importantly, how's your family doing?
my family is good. We honestly cannot complain. We are out by the pool today. Sorry, I have on that my son had today and glasses and I came right in. I didn't even put lip gloss on for you guys. I'm so sorry.
It's all good. You're Kelly Rowland. You can do whatever you want.
Thank you. Thank you. How are
Yeah.
you handling quarantine?
I'm handling it very well. I'm staying inside. I'm actually in Atlanta, so despite what our governor says, I'm actually going to listen to our Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms. She tells us to stay
Keisha!
inside. Yeah, exactly. We got a mayor named Keisha, so Keisha told us to stay inside. We staying inside. But
Good, good, as you should.
but
Yes.
your son is 5, right?
Yes, he's 5.
So you doing the homeschooling? What type of teacher are you?
I'm not a teacher. I'm going to make
Okay.
that very clear. I'm far from a teacher. I was just telling somebody else that I'm not a good teacher. Um, if he says, "Mommy, I need a break," I try to give him a break.
Okay.
And because I realize that this is very new for both of us.
Mhm.
And yeah, I'm not a teacher. Far
It's
from a
all,
teacher.
it's all good.
Yeah.
Now, what was your first reaction when the pandemic started? Because I give you a lot of credit. You were sounding the alarm early. I love your posts comparing if we do social distancing as opposed to if we don't. I thought that was very powerful.
Yeah. Well, it's really unfortunate that we have a leader of our country who didn't see this as serious to the American people in the first place. And so I feel like, of course, now we're in this predicament, but I do feel like because he didn't do his part, we have to do our part and listen to the people who are really giving us specific instruction on it all, and be respectful and be kind to each other. And I think in being kind to each other is listening to the directions.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What did you have planned before things started getting shut down? What were you gearing up to do?
Dropping my whole record, like dropping the whole record, doing visuals and getting ready to shoot videos, and the ending process of an album, which is very exciting. And it's been a long process, a long 6 years for me to
Yeah.
put out a record. So yeah,
So we
um,
are
I,
so we are getting the album because your last project
yeah,
was an EP, the
yeah.
Kelly Rowland edition, which I like. I like "See Me," by the way. I thought that was a great
Thank you,
song.
thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Nah, you're welcome. You're welcome. But let's talk about the single that you just put out a couple of weeks ago,
Yeah,
Coffee and Sex in the Morning." Talk
yeah.
about the creative process because it's such a beautiful song.
Thank you. The creative process actually came about through a co-sign of the interns and Sid, and it has a finishing touch on there from Sham. Sham is a producer who's so incredibly talented, and it just really just came about like in the studio. We just like put it together, and I've had it actually since 2017.
Wow,
And
you was holding it that long from us?
yeah, yeah, I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my issue. Um, so it was that, and after that, last year, the end of last year, I went to Miami to shoot the video for Coffee, and we had the best time, and it was very easy as far as the concept was concerned. It was actually brought through, I feel like, or inspired by like Rock the Boat and Love Will Never Do
Yeah.
Without You, and like you can feel those artists in there. But I wanted Black women to be able to see themselves in this video, and that's why I have so many different tones and textures and body types,
Yeah.
and that really meant a lot to me. And I love how we stood there together, just solidified and unified, and that really meant a lot to me too.
Yeah, that video really takes the song up to another level. I was here for all that melanin magic. It was
Thank
beautiful
you.
and it was powerful.
Thank
And
you.
it's already like over 1 million views on YouTube, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm really happy. It's been received beautifully. I really appreciate everybody who's gone and looked at it for sure.
nah, definitely. And I'm excited about the album. What can we expect from it? Any
Yeah.
big features that you can
We
tell
get
us
to
about?
dance. We get to dance on this album.
Oh,
I
we get to
noticed
dance.
on, oh yeah, I noticed on my last albums, I was like, gosh, I was like really in a mellow mood. And
Mm-hmm.
this time I'm like definitely ready to like, you know, get a little groovy.
Ah! We ready for that. But
Thank
speaking
you.
of coffee, I got to ask you about Coffee with Kelly After Dark.
Oh boy.
No. I think it's funny, it's raw, but it's needed, especially during this time because it
Yeah.
helps us get our mind off of the craziness that's happening
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
Is that one of the reasons why you decided to do it or you started it?
Yes, you're exactly right. Thank you. Thank you for noticing that. I really
I pay
appreciate it.
attention. Like again, I'm here for all these moments because again,
Yeah.
it just takes us to a better place.
Yeah, no, and that's honestly, every time you bring up sex around anybody, it becomes the, you know what I mean? The whole giggle factor, which I love, and it makes people like I mean, on the show, I'm always so blown away by people who are just like, just whose sexual energy is like totally out there. Well, I love such and such. I'm like, yes, communicate. So it's just been so much fun and getting to know like fans and new people who come on or come, you know, I call it in the room, who come in the room. So I have the best time, and I'm so happy that people have been you know, rocking with me on Coffee with Kelly After Dark.
So I'm gonna tell you, my favorite episode
Oh
was with
boy.
Kiki Palmer because she has such great energy,
She does.
and the line of that episode was when she said, y'all were talking about the first time. She said, "I thought it was gonna be like Love and Basketball, but it was more like that scene in the wood." I fell out. I was like, I think that's like almost everybody's first experience.
Yes. We all didn't know what the heck we were doing, and just trying to figure out, wait, where does this go, and what is this happening? Like I remember the first. Oh no, I'm gonna save that for Cover Kelly. Let me write it down. I'll just say
Good tease,
it.
good tease right there.
I'll just say it. I remember the first time I got high. And I'll never forget. I was like, something is wrong with me. And the guy's like, no, that's supposed to happen. And I was like, is it now? I think you're full of it. And then I just ran out. I'll never.
You ran out.
I ran. I was so petrified. I was like, I don't know what comes after this. Like, I just know that my body temperature is hot. I'm hot. And he was like, yeah. I was like, shut up.
He's like, yeah. He was all high.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know what this is.
So is this something that you're going to continue to do even after the pandemic is over? Have you thought about like taking it to a streaming platform or television or making a web series?
It would be fun. I should definitely talk to my team about that. I think that they would. I mean, any moment that you get where you can be able to be closer to your audience is fun. Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. I think we would be here for it. I actually wanted to share this with you. Obviously, being at Pandora, we're big on analytics, we're big on trends. And one of the things that we've seen since the pandemic started is there's an increase in R&B streaming.
Yes!
What are your thoughts?
That.
What are your thoughts on that, given that the climate that we're in? I mean, I have my thoughts, but you are the R&B GOAT. So we want to know, like, why you think R&B is up right now.
I mean, R&B makes you feel something. I mean, just the two words combined, rhythm and blues and soul and artistry. And it doesn't matter whether it's jazz or gospel, or you feel something. You know what I mean? I think that R&B has a pulse. It has a heartbeat. It's amazing. Melody, oh gosh, melody is everything about R&B is rich, and it just makes you feel like you're dripping with richness. It does. Yeah.
Absolutely. No, I couldn't agree with you more. And it just takes you to a better place.
It does. It does. And I think that like we all, like I said, even about Coffee with Kelly After Dark, you just want to feel like somebody's just picking you up and just, giving you a moment to, get out of it all. So yeah.
Absolutely. Obviously, being a veteran in the game, you know, you've done so much and you've had a great career. What advice would you give to artists right now who might just be emerging or are starting out and can't do shows right now or any festivals, and we don't really know when that's going to come back?
I say we in the same boat when it comes to performing. I miss it. I mean, it's not to say that you can't, you know, have some really cool setup in your place and create your own space in which people can come and
Right.
which is beautiful. But you definitely you can still do it. You can still do it, whether you do it on Instagram Live or you just find ways to be creative, you know, on your YouTube page. It's so cool now how much you're able to you know, be very I don't know, like you can you how you can connect with your audience now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's a lot of creativity happening right now. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna wrap it up with my quarantine questions, and I have a surprise for you
Oh boy.
once right before this is over. It's a good surprise. You're gonna like this. So
Okay.
what's the best thing you've watched so far since this whole thing is starting? We've kind of been on lockdown.
Little fires everywhere.
Little fires everywhere. What's that?
Oh my gosh, we have to support each other. This is Kerry Washington's show. She
Oh
executive
yeah,
produced
okay.
it.
On Amazon,
It's
right?
yeah, Hulu. It's on
Hulu.
Hulu,
Yes.
and it's her and Reese Witherspoon, who I absolutely love as well. But when I tell you, this show is so bomb, and the performances are so bomb, like you have to watch it for sure.
Okay, I'm gonna check it out. I've been seeing
Yeah.
the previews for it on Hulu, so I'm gonna definitely check that out. What's have you tried cooking any new foods? I saw you was like eating some ribs or something a couple of weeks ago.
No, my G, that was yesterday. I
Oh,
had
that was
ribs yesterday.
yesterday?
I had ribs yesterday, and they were so good. There's a chef here, and she made ribs and like catered, like, you know, our food for the day or whatever. And I didn't want to cook, so yeah, she brought us food. It was absolutely beautiful food. Made me feel like I was like back home with my grandpa. I was so happy, and yeah, I am not a very good cook. If I'm
Really?
here. No, I thought that I was like, you know, 20 years ago. But now I feel like I've been on the road so much and I haven't been able, you know, cooking is definitely something that you practice and I want to be better about it. But yeah, I'll make fish or whatever one day for my husband and then the next day I'll make the same dish and it will be terrible. I think it's like just being inconsistent with it just makes me kind of fall off a bit, which is it's fine. But I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna learn.
Oh man, that's funny. My last question before my surprise.
Yes.
During this time where there's so much confusion, we don't know when we're going to get out of this. We don't know who to believe or what sources to believe, whether it's the government or whoever. What advice would you give to people right now?
I would say, wow, it's something my mom used to always tell me, which is, sorry, treat people the way you want to be treated.
Mm.
If you know someone or if you have symptoms, you don't want to just lollygag out in public. You know what I mean? Like as if you don't have anything. Because I remember seeing this one. Did you see the one meme where there's like the matchsticks? And
Yes, that was great.
It freaked me out. It's literally when I locked my door, like I started wiping everything like 3 times a day, like down from handles to light switches, everything, and like really got strict about just, you know, being home quarantined. And it's I know it's hard, you know, because I have friends who are like by themselves at home, and I've actually talked them out of being extremely sad. And I get like why of course, like I get like why it is sad, because they're just there by themselves. And then I talked to another friend of mine, and she said, I have really enjoyed this time by myself. And she said, I might sound crazy, she said, but I started talking to myself. She said, and I am really an interesting person. And I just said, good for you. And I said, tell me how. And she starts talking to me about all these different things. I said, well, I've seen those things and like known those things about you all this time. And she's like, thank you. And but she had to understand it. She had to know what incredible, an incredible person she is. But it is hard. You know what I mean? I get it. But for the sake of each other and each other's family, we don't know what everybody else is dealing with. There's asthma and hypertension and high cholesterol. This is in the African American communities that it is rampant. We have to be kind to each other and stay home, because this specific virus affects us in a way that it doesn't affect everybody else.
So true.
Yeah.
So true. I'm gonna have to replay that over and over for my friends that want to go out and be outside all the time.
Tell them I get it, but I go outside. That's like I said, we were spending all day today outside. So if being outside makes you feel better, go outside and go for a walk and chill. But do not put other people in danger. We can't do that to our community. We can't do that to each other. We can't do that to each other as a people, period.
Facts.
Yeah.
All right, you ready for my surprise?
I think so.
So, you are one of only, I think, 500 or 600 artists on Pandora that have over 1 billion streams.
What?
And okay, and just to put this in perspective, Pandora, we're only in the US, and this does not include any of your streams from Destiny's Child. So congratulations to you.
Are you serious?
I'm very serious.
Look, I got lipstick on teeth.
No, you good. You good.
You're gonna get all of my gums and everything. That makes me so happy. Thank you.
Just crossed the billion streams, I think, in the past month or so. So congratulations.
That's incredible. Thank you
with a
so
B.
much. That is bomb.
Yes. So once this is all over, we're gonna make sure that we do something for you and get you some sort of plaque. Okay?
I would love it. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you for your time. We appreciate you. You're listening. Make sure you go to Pandora, listen to Kelly Rowland Radio, support the Field Coffee. It's great. Request it on local radio because we need to drive them numbers up as well.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. You made my day that much better. I'm about to go celebrate 1 billion with some celery juice.
Enjoy. Take care. Be safe.
You too, babe. Bye-bye. Bye, everybody. Thanks for joining.